or the priest or the teacher or the president, whosoever the leader is, even the parents that knows about it and keep his eyes away, God will judge them all. So we see multitude of people dying. Don't side any evil. Planet Earth belongs to God. Your body is the sanctuary of God. Planet Earth is the sanctuary of God. Keep it holy. God is shouting. He said again, I'm saying it again, because he has said it over and over and over and over. He wrote it with his hand. He spoke it with his mouth. When he decided to speak it with his mouth, and he started speaking it, and people are dying. And they are waking up and they are falling when they hear the words of God. They said, Moses, you go and hear all of these things and come and tell us. We don't want to die anymore. We don't want to die. And God said, Moses, you come up. And he wrote it and he gave it to Moses. He spoke it, he wrote it. And we are turning our back to it. Don't sleep with a woman in her menstruation, verse 19. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor of thy father's sister, for he uncover his near kin, they shall bear their iniquity. Don't sleep with your uncle or your aunt. And don't let your uncle or your aunt sleep with you. Anytime any man that is not your husband approach unto you, expose that man. Run away from that man. If you are children, because they like to prey on children. They like to intimidate children or find a way to pet them to come near them. If you are children, and any man, whosoever it may be, try to entice you to do anything evil, shout. Shout. Tell your neighbor, tell your father, tell your mother, tell everybody around, tell your teacher at school. This is what Mr. So said. This is what auntie or cousin or uncle so said to me. This is what somebody, whosoever it may be, maybe my neighbor, wants to do. Shout. Don't hide it. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor of thy father's sister. For he uncover his near kin, they shall bear their iniquity. And if a man, verse 20, and if a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he had uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless. Many of us don't want to read the law of God. Neither do we want to pronounce it in our churches. But the more we cover it, if the Bible is closed, nobody will know what is in there. And they will come with a sleeve. Where is my sleeve? And they will come with a sleeve and read one verse and talk 1 hour. And read another verse and talk another 1 hour. But the Bible, verse by verse, they will not read it. Because if you know what is in it, you won't come to church anymore. Because of your sin. Only the people that are doing what is right will come to church. That is what they think, and therefore, we rather don't open the Bible. We tell the story of this and that to make the people happy in the church. Next week, the church will be full again. Is that what God wants from us? Why because you are the priest, you are the pastor, you are the leader of that congregation or that church or that workplace or that city or family. Open the Bible and read it to your family, and let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with you. Somebody's song said, by keeping yourself holy and by calling a spade, when you see evil, you say that is evil and it should not abide in this family. This is evil. We shall not have it in this country. Sometimes when they see evil going on there, they announce it. And then you start seeing people carrying flag and congregate and say that evil is good in this nation or in this city. Tomorrow it will be the next city. Another day it will be another city. And then we all be coming together and say, leave that evil to continue in our city. Leave that evil to continue. And when the judgments come, everybody is perplexed. But they forgot when they are carrying flag and say, let evil continue in our mind. Let evil continue in our city. Let evil continue in our family. They forgot about that. Judge righteously. God is a God of equity. He judges in equity. And he doesn't just judge. You see, it took 400 years before he judged the land of Canaan. It took 400 years before he judged the land of Egypt. It took maybe more than 400 years before he judged planet Earth in the time of Noah. We have a righteous, holy God. And we should just put all our effort into worshiping him, into doing his will, into keeping his commandments. That is what we should be doing. We want peace. We have to work for peace. We have to join hand in hand to work for peace. I have to be your eye. You have to be my eye. To make sure that we see whatsoever is unholy and we cast it out of our family and we cast it out of our house and we cast it out of our nation. We've talked about a while. Let's read it again if we have not. Verse 20. If a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he had uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless. God said. And if a man shall take his brother's wife, if a man shall take his brother's wife, it is an unclean thing. Every one of these things are unclean, unholy, unrighteous. They are all what God referred to as evil and iniquity. It's an unclean thing for a man to take his brother's wife. He had uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. Childless will be an easy thing to do. But when God killed them, and that is more than childless. Ye shall therefore, verse 22, ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. That is the words of God. It statutes, or they call it judgment, or they call it commandments, or they call it law or precepts. I know some people have said that I said it wrong. But when you see the meaning of all these precepts and statutes and commandments and laws and covenants and everything else, they all go back to sin and iniquity. They all go back to sin. The root of all this is as all these sins that we are reading about. And when you dwell on it and dwell in it and dwell in it, it becomes a perpetual ubiquity in your life. It becomes something that you do every day. Are transgressions. So God explained, tell us here, verse 22, ye shall therefore keep all my statutes. You can write law right there. You can put commandments right there. The statutes. And all my judgments. When God said, take that evil out of the midst of you. Take that evil out of the midst of you. If you don't, and it increase, you will all die for it. Keep God's commandments and statutes and do them. I'll read it again because God said it. Verse 22. You shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. That the land, Africa's land, America's land, Europeans' land, Indian land, China's land, Taiwan's land, I don't know the rest of them, USSR's land, Ukraine's land, what is Putin's land? I call it USSR. Land. All lands belongs to God. That your land, that the land, planet Earth, whither I bring you, do dwell therein, or to dwell therein, pull you not out. Right here is saying, this evil is what the people of Canaan are doing. These are the evil that the people of Sodom and Gomorrah are doing. And I judge them. In fact, the earth itself pull them out. You put water in your mouth and you do and you spit it out. The earth spit his people out. That is when the judgment of God come and eradicate everybody that is on the land. Therefore God said, ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein, pull you not out. That the land of Canaan where the children of Israel are dwelling will not pull them out. That the land where you and I are dwelling today will not pull out. Anywhere on planet Earth where you are dwelling, that those lands, wherever you are, will not pull you out. Keep the commandments of God. Keep his judgments. Keep his statutes. Keep his precepts. Keep his law. Think about it. If you don't know how the land pull people out, you think about it. Think of how the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, they continue in their sin. Lot was there to tell them it's wrong, and they still will not listen. And I believe God has sent so many people to them, and they will not listen until God sent angels, 2 angels to them. And they said, you come on out and let us sleep with you. And this man wants to sleep with men, angels that come to them as a man. They said they should come out. They want to do their evil. Man sleeping with men. That is just one out of their millions sins. And God said, I've had it. And I've had enough. So he said, Lord, get out. That is what God did. Tell the angels, take Lot out and his family and burn the whole city, Sodom and Gomorrah and all their premises out. Burn them down and take evil out of planet Earth. And that land, the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, pulled them out, and they were not never been rebuilt since then. When the children of Israel will not listen to God, and they decided to join the remnant of the people of the land of Canaan that they did not send out of the land, because they were afraid of to die, they let them live, and they let them live with them. And it did not take time before they become part of them. And they continue worshiping their idols and continue burning their children in fire. And they continue to dance in front of the men and women of their people. And they continue to do all that they are evil and sleeping with each other. The children of Israel, they look at them instead of saying, this is the evil that God was talking about. This is why God eradicated these people. Let's get them out. Or let's call on God to help us to remove them out of our land. They decided to join them. They decided to join this evil group of the people of Canaan. And what did God do to them? That is why you should read all this book of Jeremiah and Ezekiel. All the book that I mentioned to you. That is why you should read them. Because when you read them, and the book of Isaiah, you will see the evil that the children of Israel did when they joined the people of the land. And God judged them. God called another people from the north, Nebuchadnezzar and Nebuchadrezzar, to come. They are wicked themselves, and they are worshiping idols in their own fullness. And God said, I will keep your judgment. Let me judge this my people that I told how to be holy and they refuse to be holy. I will judge them, then I will come and judge you. So God bring Nebuchadnezzar to come and get them out of his land and judge them. Later Nebuchadnezzar come and get the rest of them out and judge them. And when God finished with the children of Israel, it takes 70 years for God to make them to realize, not that God cannot do it in one day. God wants them to actually live the life of idol worshiping that they want to live. Nebuchadnezzar even erected a big